Things just got a whole load worse for Meghan Markle because her sister Samantha ain't going anywhere. Like, why lie? It was just so truly bizarre.
When she said, I lost my father, we knew that she didn't lose our dad, she iced our father.
In this case, about whether you think the birth was real, whether you think there was a surrogate, whether you think Meghan was wearing a moon bump, the fact is, Harry and Meghan lied. Buckingham Palace lied on their behalf. There was a complete cover-up over the birth of Prince Archie.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most explosive royal family sagas in recent history, the ongoing legal battle between Samantha Markle and the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. While family feuds are nothing new in the spotlight, this case isn't just about sibling rivalry. It's about reputation, legal strategy, and the far-reaching impact of celebrity platforms. Over the last few years, we've seen shocking statements, tell-all interviews, and documentaries aired to millions.
I'll tell you why. What she told the royal family, what she told Harry, wouldn't have jived, wouldn't have been consistent with the truth.
But behind the scenes, Samantha Markle has been quietly building a new legal strategy that could turn the tables for Meghan in a way no one expected. So, if you want to understand the latest twists, what's truly at stake, and why this case threatens more than just Meghan's personal image, stick around. Let's break down the 10 most critical developments shaping this legal showdown. After suffering several courtroom setbacks, Samantha Markle isn't giving up just yet. Despite her defamation lawsuit against Meghan being dismissed multiple times, Samantha has launched a powerful new appeal strategy. Legal insiders suggest this is not just a repeat of past arguments. Instead, her legal team has analyzed why the original suits failed and crafted a fresh approach designed specifically to overcome earlier defeats.
This scandal comes as no surprise. Speculation about the children has been simmering for years.
This appeal reopens the case in a way that could bring previously disregarded evidence and arguments under scrutiny. For Meghan, this means the battle is far from over, and what once seemed like legal closure could be ripped wide open again, exposing her to new risks and a renewed media frenzy. The renewed appeal signals that the stakes are higher than ever, setting the tone for a much more intense legal and public relations contest in the coming months. Central to Samantha's new legal argument are Meghan's high-profile interviews, especially the bombshell Oprah Winfrey interview and the subsequent Netflix documentary. Samantha's legal team isn't just claiming that Meghan expressed her personal views, but alleges these public statements were intentional, calculated attacks on her half-sister's reputation.
I do believe because there are no delivery certificates.
They argue that the way Meghan characterized her family, particularly the narrative around losing contact with her father and their strained relationship, was designed to damage Samantha's public image. This moves the focus from generic family disputes to very specific instances in front of global audiences. By highlighting the power and reach of these productions, Samantha's lawyers are framing the case as far more than a personal squabble. It's about accountability for what's said when millions are watching and the impact such statements have on someone who can't respond on the same world stage.
I grew up as an only child, which everyone who grew up around me knows. I would have loved to have had siblings, so I'm so excited to be pregnant so that Archie has someone.
Samantha's appeal introduces dramatic new evidence that wasn't part of the original lawsuit. Her attorneys claim to have discovered a trove of emails, text messages, and even recorded conversations that allegedly reveal Meghan's team expected backlash against Samantha before the interviews even aired. This suggests there may have been planning or at least awareness that Samantha would suffer real harm from Meghan's narratives. If this evidence is admitted in court, it could shift the entire legal argument from a debate over opinions versus facts to a matter of intent and foresight. It's no longer just about what was said, but whether actions were taken with the knowledge that they might cause significant reputational damage.
This crisis won't die down until the irrefutable truth comes out.
For Meghan, this adds a risky new dimension, as intentional harm is much more legally and publicly damaging than accidental fallout. One of the more disturbing elements of Samantha's legal push involves alleged harassment and death threats she's faced following Meghan's public statements. According to the appeal, after major media appearances by Meghan, Samantha experienced intense waves of online abuse doxing, and threats to her safety. She has a record of police reports, digital evidence, and expert psychiatric assessments documenting the mental and emotional toll. By linking this sustained harassment directly to spikes in publicity around Meghan's statements, Samantha's lawyers are trying to prove a cause and effect relationship. This isn't just about defamation anymore, it's about personal safety, mental health, and whether a celebrity can be held responsible for the fallout their words create in the digital age. For viewers, it's a chilling reminder of how online campaigns can turn real and extremely dangerous.
Silence everybody and just produce a DNA sample.
A major shift in Samantha's new legal approach is the accusation of malice. Rather than portraying Meghan as someone merely sharing her side of a family dispute, the new strategy frames her as having intentionally weaponized her fame and platform to hurt Samantha. In legal terms, malice means acting with the specific intent to harm, which is far tougher to defend against than simple mistaken opinion. If proven, malice strips away many of the protections Meghan previously enjoyed regarding her right to free expression. The focus on intent raises the legal and ethical stakes, making this far more than a family feud. It becomes a test case for how influential figures are held accountable for their words, especially when directed against less powerful private individuals. What's turning legal heads is not just the emotional argument, but the procedural brilliance of Samantha's current legal team.
If you had those things, it would be very easy just to put them out there and say, this is what happened. This is what it is.
They have scoured previous rulings for technicalities and potential loopholes and are now leveraging everything from jurisdictional venue shopping to tactical appeals across both federal and state courts. By doing this, they're maximizing the chances of getting parts of the case heard under more favorable legal standards. This web of clever legal maneuvers is designed to keep Meghan off balance, force further disclosures, and make it increasingly expensive and complicated for her defense. Even if Samantha doesn't win in every venue, the accumulating pressure and public attention could be crippling for Meghan's brand and reputation, showing how technical legal strategy is as vital as public storytelling in high-profile celebrity disputes. Unlike the single outpouring found in the Oprah interview, the 6-part globally distributed Netflix docuseries is central to the case.
So all of the pictures, my point is, out there were inconsistent with the idea of a real pregnancy.
Samantha's lawyers say this show amplified and repeated damaging claims, adding visual storytelling and dramatic music to enhance negative impressions. By treating the Netflix episodes as a pattern of repeated, deliberate defamation rather than a one-off event, the lawsuit argues that the harm done was compounded and made much more severe by its calculated, persistent messaging. The massive scale of the audience, translated into dozens of languages and streamed to millions worldwide, is a key point in arguing for greater damages and heightened legal accountability. This argument shifts the focus from a private family issue to the vast consequences of global celebrity storytelling. Earlier, Meghan's defense strategy emphasized that her statements were simply protected opinions, sharing her perspective on difficult family issues. But on appeal, judges have reportedly expressed doubts about this position, especially in light of Meghan's sophisticated background in PR and media. Skepticism in the judiciary could be devastating if her statements are found not to be protected opinions but provable, damaging falsehoods. Many legal shields fall away.
And I thought, is she not contextually aware? She's trying to hide something. This is really sloppy pool.
The court is beginning to draw a line between vulnerable celebrity sharing and strategic messaging intended to influence public perception, especially when it involves accusations that can be factually disproven. This skepticism may shape future standards around how celebrities talk about personal relationships publicly. The case doesn't just impact Meghan and Samantha, it's a looming disaster for the entire royal family. Palace insiders are extremely worried about discovery spillover, where the court's evidence gathering might drag private communications from royals into the public record. This could mean emails, texts, and private messages between Meghan and senior royals, potentially becoming public through court proceedings and the press. For a monarchy striving to modernize and repair its global image under King Charles and Prince William, this renewed drama threatens to undo years of careful reputation management, possibly reigniting scandals the institution desperately wants to move beyond. the reputational fallout could be felt well outside the courtroom, potentially impacting everything from diplomacy to tourism.
I think the palace and the machinery of the monarchy needs to take Harry and Meghan more seriously and make sure that Harry and Meghan's antics don't impact the future of the crown.
If Samantha's appeal is successful, the consequences could be catastrophic for Meghan Markle's public and professional life. Not only could she face substantial damages, but many of her lucrative media deals, including arrangements with Netflix and Spotify, have morality clauses that could be triggered by a negative legal judgment. Beyond direct financial losses, her credibility could be permanently tarnished, making future partnerships nearly impossible. A court ruling that Meghan deliberately spread falsehoods might encourage other family members to sue, opening a floodgate of litigation and further scandals. For Meghan and Harry, it's not just about publicity. At stake is the very foundation of their brand, and, potentially, the future of their public lives. And there you have it, the 10 critical developments in Samantha Markle's stunning legal campaign against Meghan Markle, and why this case could shake both Hollywood and the royal establishment to their core. As we've seen, this story goes far beyond personal drama, raising serious questions about the power of celebrity, the risks of mass media storytelling, and how the legal system adapts to our social media age. No matter where you stand, it's clear that the repercussions will be felt for years to come, by Meghan, Samantha, and perhaps even by the monarchy itself. What do you think? Is Meghan's reputation in real danger, or will her legal team find a way to win this war? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button if you found this breakdown useful, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most gripping legal and celebrity stories. See you in the next video.